welcome back to episode 2.
Number
2. And I'd like to shout out to the one subscriber on YouTube.
We love you.
I got to go back and
keep listening, please.
If it's Tammy, thanks, Tammy. That's
Thanks,
my sister-in-law.
Tammy. Sorry
it's
taken so long. We've been a little busy.
I know. It's been kind of crazy. So we're a little behind, but we're going to catch up.
Yes.
So first, we're just going to go over the last 2 episodes. The first 2 episodes of the new season.
Of New Jersey.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all that's out right now. I
Yeah,
think.
it is,
I don't think there's anything else going on. So, but which is good because I like to focus on New
Yeah,
Jersey.
I know. Yeah.
So let's just get right into it.
Let's do it.
All right. So thoughts. Teresa's lips. Like we just got to get right into it.
You mean hot dogs?
Hot dog lips.
It makes you want a hot dog.
Yeah, I know.
Real bad.
I used to think she was so pretty.
Oh, me too.
Like back in the day, like in the early seasons.
Yeah.
Before she started having all the work done.
She's still pretty.
It's
gone too far.
But her personality to me is making her ugly.
Agreed.
Because
it's Louis. She needs to get rid of him, and then maybe she'll have a chance to not be psychotic.
Yeah. So she's got hot dog lips, and Louis looks like a lobster.
Like literal red lobster.
Red lobster.
Yeah. That needs to shut down like it did here.
Yes. So, So let's get into it. So the first episode, now I know you hadn't watched some of the previous season.
Yeah, because I was over it for a while, and then now I'm right back in, but I don't know the newer girls,
right? Like Danielle
yet.
Danielle, Rachel, Jen Fessler.
Yes.
Messy Fessy.
Is she the one that has like health problems or arthritis or whatever, and she got new hips?
I can't remember. Yes, I think it is her.
Yeah.
Well, and she also had a facelift. To make herself look. Yeah, I know. They all have. But yeah, she's the one. She's a friend of Margaret. So she's not like a full-time housewife, but she's on like all the time.
Okay.
So, but so the dinner that Teresa had with Dolores and Paul with Louis, Lobster Louis.
Lobster. Rock lobster.
Yes.
God, he's such a creep.
So, I wanted to like Paul, but I don't know. There's something about him that I just don't. Either. And do you know that Frank Catania?
I love Frank Catania.
Yes.
He's so nice.
He, last season, was it last season or the season before? One of the seasons, he said that Paul looks like Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story because his face is like, how Buzz Lightyear with the helmet and all you see is just his face like sticking out. And then I started so now that's all I can think of when I see Paul is Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
when I see
that
him.
Tracks. I can see that. I love Dolores though.
Yeah, I don't know, but she gets on my nerves sometimes because she plays the fence. Like she rides the fence, like she's friends with Melissa, she's friends with Teresa. But then, I don't know.
But at least she's not squealing for the whole first part of the episode because her kid is going to college.
Oh, my God.
I'm like, really?
Well, the both of them, Teresa and Melissa, they were acting ridiculous.
Oh, my God. Teresa's even so over the top extra about
she
it.
is.
Like, really?
No wonder why her daughters are like glad to leave and go to college.
Yeah, except Gia was back.
Oh, yeah, she was. Well, she finished law school.
Finished school. I thought she just finished school.
Oh, was it just school?
Now she's going to go to law school?
I don't know. Like, you kind of like, they kind of like, they talked about her going to law school and then it like kind of faded out and you didn't like hear anything about it. So I don't know what the heck she's doing.
And learns a lot soon because her mom's probably going to need her.
With Louis, Lobster Louis. Well, but then I've heard too that they want to bring Gia on as a housewife. And I'm like, why?
Why?
Gia is very annoying to me.
Yeah, she's so pretty. She's really pretty.
She is, but she's annoying.
Yeah.
Because she tries to act like she's so much better than everybody, and she's not. She has her mom's tendencies, and I don't like that.
Wake up in the morning, going into school. Remember? I wake up in the morning, just wish things would get better.
Instead, they got worse.
Yeah. I can't remember what I go into the kitchen for at night, but I can remember that from like 10 years ago.
Yeah, exactly, because it was funny.
What the hell?
But Gabriella, like, she's like the only one I feel like that has some sense. And I feel like Gabriella is very pretty too.
Yeah.
She because she's quiet, she's not as loud as the rest of them, but she, I don't know, I just feel like she's the only one that has some common sense in her. Like, she's not all about like the fame or the, television. I don't feel like she's like that.
I haven't watched enough of her to like really have an opinion, to be honest. But speaking of beautiful daughters, like that reminds me of Jennifer's daughters that they had on there that I saw for the first time. And I don't want to like be mean or shame, but I was like, whoa.
Yes.
What is going on there?
But well, the youngest one, definitely.
Especially when like that's the business your dad is in. Like, how can that be?
Well, and
okay?
that's the thing. Like, but what message are they sending? Because Jennifer was heavy set, and then she went and had surgery. I don't know if she had a tummy tuck or lipo, whatever she had, and so is it like, are they just like, oh, it's okay, because when you get older, all you got to do is go have a surgery, and you don't have to worry about
it. Of it. Yeah.
So,
well, they're lucky that they have that option. I'm just like, that has to be really, really hard to be like, not like Gia.
Yep.
And like your dad's a plastic surgeon and you're on TV.
Yep.
That has to be really hard. And I'm sure they get shit.
Oh, I'm sure they do. But the little girl, though, I don't know if you notice her confident level. She's just like, whatever.
Yeah.
She doesn't.
They're like Lizzo or something. Like, maybe it's good.
I mean,
like, my God, I would not allow my kids to be on a show.
I know. Well, yeah, because they're going to get ridiculed.
Yeah.
Because people are so mean. So, yeah. And true, too, like you said, like, if they look at, like, Teresa's girls, do they think like, oh,
I'm sure. I mean, they're gorgeous. And like Kim Zolciak's daughters are freaking beautiful.
Well, they're starting to get the hot dog lips too.
Oh, well, the last time I saw them, I was like, damn.
But, and Melissa's daughter is very pretty too.
Yeah,
Antonia.
Melissa's gorgeous.
Yeah. And so, but yeah, so I don't know. So far this season, the episodes that I've watched, I feel like it's starting out a little slow. They haven't. I'm waiting for the big fight. Like, that's at the. I'm sure it's probably going to be at the end of the season, the big fight. But so then you saw the party when they had the party, and was it at Dania? Where was it? Danielle was throwing the party for her husband Nate because he had that surgery.
He lived. He had his brain surgery.
Or his brain surgery. Yes, and then
that looked like a pretty sweet party. Yeah, by the way.
Yes, and then
she did a good job.
That's where Teresa started her antics about John Fuda being a drug dealer,
the biggest drug dealer in town,
and she got that information from his ex-wife, who is currently, or baby mama, who is currently in jail.
Cool.
So let's see. How much should we believe?
Did Teresa meet her in jail, perchance?
Well, that could be.
Were they there at the same time?
Maybe. That's
like
possible.
Glass house as much?
Yeah.
Bitch?
But, and then it turned out to only be like he was in high school, marijuana.
Right. Like,
it wasn't even anything like.
Way to like spend something that didn't need to be spun.
He wasn't like handing out heroin to like babies.
Right? It was just pot. Yeah. When you're 17.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Right. But Teresa's trying to make it, she's trying to deflect away from her.
Yes.
Yeah.
From Louis. Mostly probably because that's a hot mess.
Right. But I didn't like the fact that John said, told Louis, let's talk about it, come to the party. But then Paul was defending Louis and, telling John that, this is not the place that you would talk to him. You should sit down with him. And John was like, well, if he wants to talk about it, let's talk about it. But Louis didn't even show up to the party because he had business.
Oh, that's right.
Remember, he had business.
What kind of business, Louis?
Yeah, right.
Legal?
So, yeah, exactly.
Probably not.
So, I don't know. I can't wait to see how this plays out.
What does Louis do anyways? Do you even know?
I have no idea. They've been very vague about it. So I don't really know what he does. All those, it's all
shady. Does he work for Jen Shaw?
Maybe. Maybe. I don't know.
Because he seems really, really shady.
He is shady. He's very shady.
What if he's not? And we're just talking shit about him. But he seems
then I wish
the
he would
shadiest mofo I've ever seen.
There's something about him. And I feel like he grabbed on to her.
Oh, for sure.
Because of her status on TV and everything. But so
you know that they will he will take all of the money, whatever money there is, she will take it, and he will take it and spend it all.
Oh yeah. Well, and that's, I want to see.
And overextend them into bankruptcy again.
Yep. But is it wrong that I hope that happens?
I mean,
well, because she's so arrogant.
She kind of deserves it.
She's so arrogant.
I hate to say it.
Yes, and the way she's treated her brother.
I know.
Because, okay, and I've said this from day one. Since Melissa and Joey got on the show, I have said from day one, because I couldn't understand, why is Teresa so upset that they were on the show?
Right.
The only thing I can think of is that Teresa is jealous of Melissa.
Yeah.
Because Melissa is prettier. Melissa I don't know, she just seems like a better human being. The fact that Joey's happy and Teresa wasn't happy with Juicy Joe. And, now she's got Louie. Louie, I feel like, is chirping in her ear about Joey and Melissa. And I just feel like, and then, the other thing that ticks me off is when she was in prison, or when she went away, because, she doesn't like to say prison. Melissa and Joe, and I mean, I don't know how true this is. Melissa and Joe apparently were over there helping with the girls and
I'm
stuff.
Sure they were.
And then Gia comes on and says, or it was Gabrielle, one of them said that was a lie. They never came over. And I don't believe that.
Believe that either.
I don't believe that. I feel like they were just covering for their mother.
Yeah, and their mom told them to say that.
Yep. So, and then I don't know if you remember, did you watch the earlier episode when Melissa came out with On Display and Gia was making fun of her when they were going to go to the premiere of the song? They were in a limo, and it was Teresa and Joe Giudice and the girls, and Gia, she was young, little, and she was mocking Melissa, and Teresa was laughing and thought it was funny instead of telling her that's not nice or anything like that.
Wow.
Yeah. So, people, I think, tend to forget, they think Teresa and her girls are innocent in this, but they're not.
I'm sorry, but On Display is a banging tune. I was listening to it all the way here, over and over again.
Yeah.
So those streams today, Melissa, those were me. You're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, I don't know. I just feel like that, I don't know. There's just something about Louie, and I want it to come through, but who knows if we'll ever get to the source of what he's...
loved, sorry to cut you off.
No,
I just totally cut you off.
That's
but
fine.
I was thinking, I loved the dinner that Melissa had, and Joe was there, and the gay guys were there, and he got all
yes, her cousins,
because he's gonna officiate their
Yes.
wedding. I'm like, he's precious.
Yes. Yep. That's her cousin is getting married. And I love the fact that Melissa's family has embraced Joe.
Yeah.
Like he's their son.
Right.
Her mother has embraced him and her sisters and everything.
Joe's parents, they both died.
They're
right?
both died.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I just think, I do feel bad for Joe. Don't get me wrong, Melissa and Joe are not innocent either. I know
No,
that they've
of
done
course
their
not.
share of
Yeah.
stuff, but I do feel bad for Joe because I feel like Teresa treats him like such crap. And I felt like
She does.
I felt like his parents, his father more than his mother didn't really, because Teresa, he was living with Teresa before he died. And I feel like Teresa had him locked up with her, and he just really didn't bother with Joe. And I feel like it's because of Teresa.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She's the prostitution whore.
She is a prostitution whore. That's
really
for sure.
is. I'm
Holy
sorry.
cow. And I feel like every season she gets worse and worse and worse.
know.
Her head is getting so big.
Huge. You would think going through what she went through would
Yes.
calm that down
Yes.
a bit, but
no. She has not humbled
Worse
her at
than
all.
ever.
Yes. So that's why I feel like she needs I thought, like you said, prison would be a good reality check for
Yeah.
her. No. She needs something else, I guess.
I want to see her living in a trailer
I do too. Oh, do you remember when
in
she was
Saddle River,
you
New
rem-
Jersey, or whatever the fanciest place
Yeah, I
is. There's
know.
got to be a trailer court there.
do you
Not
remember
that there's anything wrong with trailers, but I would like to see Teresa in one.
Trailer Teresa?
Yeah.
Do you remember in the first episode or the first season or second season, when she was building her house, the first house,
that big, huge, ugly house.
Yes. Yeah. And she was like, and people were like, why don't you just buy a house? And she was like, I can't live in someone else's house. It's already lived there.
That's when Teresa was like, first of all, that was an old house that they remodeled, but that's when she was like pulling out her wads of cash everywhere to buy stuff. Yes.
And that's what got the feds looking like.
None of that ever would have probably happened if she wouldn't have been doing that.
Yep.
Like showing off
Yep.
all their laundered money or whatever, wherever it came from.
Yep, exactly. And she wants to blame Caroline Manzo that she turned her in. Like, I'm sorry, Caroline Manzo has better things to do than...
I'm sure anybody watching that had anything to do with any kind of like police, whatever, was like,
yes,
interesting.
Exactly, right. Because who has that kind of...
Let me pay... There was that one episode that she went and spent like $100,000, I think, on
at a furniture.
And she just pulled it out of her purse. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, because I think she was with Jacqueline or somebody.
Just rob a bank, girl?
Yeah,
like,
I know.
What's going on?
Who carries that kind of money around?
Literally no one.
No. So yeah.
Not if it's like clean money. Just why would you ever do that?
I don't know. And the whole thing, I'm sorry. Like, okay, maybe it's just me, but you know, her saying like she doesn't, you know, she trusted Joe and she just signed whatever he put in front of her. And I'm sorry. I love my husband too, but if he just threw something in front of me, I'd be like, what is this? What am I signing? Like, I need to see this first. I don't know.
Sign it.
I know you probably would.
Be like, okay.
I can't. I just can't. I'm not like,
what are we buying this time?
I know. No, I couldn't do that without reading it. So I don't know, but
I get how that could happen, but I feel like at that level, she should have known something was like not right.
Exactly. And I also didn't think it was right that they gave, like, she went to jail first, Joe got to stay home, then she comes back, and then Joe goes. And I'm thinking, you know, if this was anybody else, they wouldn't have cared.
No.
Especially if they had kids. They would have been like, oh, well, figure it out. You're both going to prison.
Seriously.
And that really, I don't know, that aggravated me, but whatever.
What's Carolyn Manzo's daughter name? I can't remember.
Lauren.
Mm-hmm.
She's lost a ton of weight.
Yeah, she got skinny.
She looks really good.
Feisty and spicy.
She looks really good.
Yeah,
yes.
She's awesome.
Yep. So then, all right, so now that we're off the topic, we need to get back to the shows.
Sorry.
So that's okay.
That was me.
Yep. So what do you think of Danielle? I don't know. She gets on my nerves. The new Danielle Cabral.
The blonde one?
Mm-hmm. She's like, you know, Staten Island.
Yeah. The one that... Which one is she?
So she's got the one... Well, she's the one that had the party for her husband that had that... Yeah. So she's got this clothing line called Bougie Kids.
Yes. Okay. yes.
Yeah. And so, I don't know.
Is it her kid that's going to be the model?
No, Rachel.
That's Rachel. Okay.
Wait. No. It was her kid. It was her kid.
Okay.
It was her kid. Yes.
Because she wants her kid to be famous.
Yes. So, because I don't really know what her husband does.
I don't either.
They don't really... But out of all of them, I don't know if you saw their house. Their house is like the most like modest compared to everybody else's.
And I think they drove like a Jeep Grand Cherokee too or something. Yeah. I was like, oh.
I mean, so I kind of like that aspect of it, that they're a little more relatable.
Right.
But I don't know. I feel like she comes in too hot all the time.
She does.
And I don't know. She's got that, you know, the New York... She's ready to beat everybody up.
And her outfits are questionable. Yeah.
Well, Jackie said something about her outfits last year. So
good you to you, girl, but damn.
Yeah. So, and then...
but I'm glad her husband didn't die. He seems like a pretty decent
he seems like person. A nice guy.
I don't know. I mean, obviously I don't know anything, but I haven't seen them enough to like, have an actual
He's very quiet.
Yeah.
He's quiet. I don't think he
wants
to...
He had brain surgery 6 years ago. Like, give him a break.
And I don't think he just wants to get involved with all the men crap and all that stuff.
It's a lot.
The men are getting involved a lot more, and I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know if they should just
I'm not
stay
into
out.
it either. I like Joe, Gorga, and that's it.
Well, and Frank. And Frank's getting married.
Yeah. Yes, I know.
So he's getting married to Brittany.
I want Frank and Dolores.
I know, I do
get back
too.
Together.
I do
like,
too.
What's the problem?
I know. I think they'd be a good couple. And Dolores has a real estate license.
I know.
You should reach out to her and be like,
hey, do you want to team up?
I know. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm waiting for the fight. Margaret. Oh, and did you see in the second episode that was it Rachel and Jen Fessler sat down to or Margaret? They sat down and had a talk.
Yes.
Oh no, it was Teresa. It was Teresa because Teresa.
That's when they were doing their butt surgery thing.
But laser. At the party, Jen Fessler and Teresa sat down because Teresa asked Jen Fessler about the reunion, and she said that Margaret wanted everyone to come over to her house and plan how they were going to take down Louis.
Jen Fessler is the one that loves Teresa.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And her, like, the sidebar thing, she's like, whatever, I like her.
Yep.
Or I love her.
Yes.
Or she's fun. Or
yes.
whatever.
Yes.
So even though she's been friends with the other one
Margaret
for like 100 years.
Yes. Margaret's the one that brought her on.
Yeah,
brought Jen
she
on.
thinks Teresa's going to get her famous. So
I think she's aligning with the wrong person because when Teresa's done with her, she'll be done.
Oh, yeah.
And just like everybody else.
Teresa will spit her out, too. Mm-hmm. So
yep.
I did enjoy Margaret, like when she was making her bed with her housekeeper.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, that was staged. You've never done that in your life.
Exactly.
So we know you don't make your own bed.
Exactly.
Honey. It's okay.
And I'm not a big fan of Marge's husband, Joe Benino.
No.
There's something about him.
I just like don't pay attention.
Yeah, he just
on.
doesn't fit in.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's something about him. I just I don't know. But let's see what else was there.
God, I love Melissa's new house.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
House is amazing.
But what is up with her dog? That she's got to put a diaper
Pissing
on him all the
everywhere.
time.
I know. I'm like, oh my God.
Like, can you not train your dog to go outside and go to the
Let's
bathroom?
build this $5 million house that we'll resell because that's what they
Oh,
do.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
have dog piss all over it. Cool.
So do they resell these houses like when they get to a point where they can't afford the payments anymore and then they're like, oh, let's sell it. And
well, Joe's a builder, isn't he,
Yeah.
or something? So that's what they all
he's
do.
in construction.
Yes.
But, he's Italian.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And I can say that because I'm Italian, so,
I'm sure some of those,
Yeah.
appliances fell off the back of a truck.
Oh, yeah, sure.
That's fine.
Yeah, sure.
No big deal.
We don't need to talk about that.
I don't judge. Do your thing.
No, I like...
Just don't be stupid like your sister.
I know. And I do. I like that house better than their old house.
I loved their old house.
Did
too.
you?
Yeah.
Well, you should have bought it.
Teresa's new house is pretty nice.
Yeah,
too.
it's nicer
I
than her
hated
other one. Oh, her other one was ugly as hell.
That
it was so
house
gaudy
awful.
in there and
hideous.
yes. Well, and that's how you give Italians a bad name because she had everything that's a stereotypical, like all the gold stuff, all the big statues, the marble, It
was just so huge.
It was
so ugly.
It was
just a box. It looked like a split entry.
Yep.
70s house that was just massive.
Yep.
Not into it at all.
And then did you see Louis was wearing the shirt?
Yes.
Get me a pizza, you little troll, or whatever. And that's what Melania had said.
Like, really?
I know.
You're gonna
come on,
go after Melania?
Well, I think he was doing it just to think, to try to be funny.
Not funny.
It's not.
You're a douche.
I was like, you're an idiot. So I don't know. And then did you see they went to that dinner for his dad because he was sober for how many years?
8 years,
yeah.
I think it was.
And I'm like, okay.
And Teresa was like, I got emotional. We went to the meeting and I got really emotional. I'm like, no, you didn't.
I know.
You don't give a shit.
I know.
Like, let's be honest.
Exactly.
Girl.
Exactly. But yeah, when they were doing the butt thing in the kitchen.
I want to get that.
Oh my God. It looks like it hurts.
I'm like, how do I get them to come to my house?
We'll just call them up. I wonder if there's one around here that would come and do it.
That we should find out.
And we can video it.
Probably not.
I don't know.
They probably did it for free or something.
Oh yeah, just to exposure.
But, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then the whole shore houses. When they go down to the Jersey Shore
house.
But I like Melissa's.
Yeah, hers is cute.
Hers is cute. Jen Aiden's, I don't know, hers is weird.
One of them, they had like foil on the windows upstairs.
Really?
Did you notice?
Maybe it was
that?
Jen's. It's probably Jen's house.
What the hell?
It was probably Jen's house.
Is it even hers, or is it like an Airbnb or something for the show? Probably.
And I think it's ironic that Teresa used to have a shore house.
Yeah.
And then it got damaged during one of the hurricanes.
Or foreclosed, whatever.
It did get damaged because they did show it. But yeah, it probably got foreclosed.
Yeah.
She probably needed it to pay for whatever, lawyers.
For Louis, I don't even know what to say.
Yeah. But I don't know. He, Louis has, I think he has an autistic son. And then he's got another son. I think he's just got the two.
I'm sure he takes very good care of them.
Well, maybe. No.
Who's Louis' ex? Like, who's the mom of those children?
I'm not sure. He's got several exes, and one has been yapping about him online, like putting out his dirty laundry. And of course, he's trying to do damage control and just be like, she doesn't know what she's talking about, and da-da-da-da. And I still feel like because at the last reunion, he said that he had Bo Dietl investigate everybody on the show.
Oh, Bo Dietl.
Bo Dietl. And then Bo Dietl said he did not. So of course, it's like, who are you? I believe he did have people investigate it because he's slimy like that. But I'm
sure he did.
And I don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth. I feel like he's a liar, Louis.
Not one thing.
No. There's something about him. He looks like a devil. His face looks like a devil. And he's always so red. And I don't understand. I mean,
why is he so red? Like,
isn't it from like alcoholism and stuff? I don't know.
Probably. Well, clearly it runs in his family.
Yeah.
And no judgment there.
No, but
like, what is going on with your face?
Yeah, exactly.
You're on TV.
Right. And it's so red all the time.
Like, can't they put, like, won't makeup cover that?
Probably not. It's so freaking red. It's like dark red. So it's like, how do you cover that up?
I don't know.
That's why he looks like a lobster. Lobster Louis. Louis, if you're listening,
I'm sure he is.
Call into our show and
sure
let's get your opinion on things.
What's going on with your face?
Yes, we need to know. The viewers want to know.
Jennifer's
the listeners
husband
could do something. Yeah, maybe.
Like, seriously.
So I don't know, but yeah. So I mean, the first 2 episodes I feel like were kind of slow. There wasn't really anything.
I agree. Like
I don't think it was anything real exciting. I got excited on the first episode where they were like showing scenes coming up, like of the fight and everything. Oh yeah.
But
heck yeah.
It's been slow.
It has been slow. So we need to catch up with the next 2 episodes, or next week's, or this past week's episode and this week's episode. So then we come back and talk about those. So then we can catch up
I think Jen Fessler, it's Jen, right? Mm-hmm. She's going to be a scandalous bitch. I
started to like her, but I don't know. I feel like she's playing both sides, and I don't like that. Pick a lane.
Plus, I don't like how you'll just toss away your lifelong, I don't know how long, but very long friendship to go jump on the Teresa train. Like, that's shitty.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know why people are so like obsessed with Teresa. Like, she's not anything.
Right.
I'd much rather be with Melissa and her side because, I
so
don't.
You could be on display.
That's right. Hell yeah.
Duh.
And I feel like Teresa's just really mean.
She is.
And I feel like, and don't get me wrong, Melissa is not a saint. I know that. And Melissa is not perfect. I know that. But Melissa's attitude is just so much nicer than Teresa's, I feel like.
Genuinely don't think. I feel that Teresa doesn't give a shit about anybody
but herself. I agree. And then did you see when they asked Melissa, like in the confessional, and they were like, is it weird not filming with your sister-in-law, or have you talked? And Melissa's like, I'm not discussing it. And it's like, good for you. Yeah, don't even give her the time.
Teresa getting all fake emotional, in my opinion, about her kids and stuff. That's about her. That's trying to make her look like she's a nice, caring mother.
Yep.
But she's not.
No, because she's only in it for herself. This is all for show, for the cameras. And I feel like when the cameras aren't rolling, it's a totally different situation there.
I even remember, like, I was going to write her a letter when she was in jail.
Yeah.
But I never did.
Oh, my God, you should have.
But I was like, I'm going to write her a letter because she has nothing else to do, and she's going to respond to me, and we're going to be best friends. But I didn't.
Oh, that would have been, I didn't even think about that. Yeah. That would have been awesome.
Because I found the address.
Oh, did you?
I could have.
Oh my God, that would have been so awesome.
Because I thought maybe, she was cool.
She might have sent you a copy of her book.
Yeah. Which I haven't even read.
I know. I need to read that too.
Does she have a book and a cookbook? Or
she's got like a couple cookbooks, and then she's got a book like called Flipping the Tables or something like that. Or something. I don't know.
Even know that.
But yeah, we should get it and read it, and then we can discuss that.
I'll probably get the audiobook because reading's hard.
Oh my Lord.
Not really. More like my attention span.
Attention span,
is the problem.
Well, I hope whoever helped her write the book, like, put it grammatically correct, because you know how she talks.
Yeah.
And the way she says things. So I don't know.
I mean, there's no way she wrote anything. Like, she had a ghostwriter.
Oh, probably so. But she has to make sure she lets everyone know she's a New York Times #1 best-selling author for her cookbooks.
Cool.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well,
what are you cooking besides
I know.
books?
I know. Exactly. Exactly. So I think we are caught up for those 2 episodes. So we will be back again with another episode. Hopefully things will start picking up and we can get in more, and then some more housewife shows will start back up, and
we'll be all over.
Well, I know. I think Dubai is starting back up next week, and I am. I said I wasn't going to watch it, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it just so I have like a little something. You might want to watch a couple episodes.
You got to watch RuPaul's.
Well, when
Drag
is that coming
Race
on?
All Stars. It already started.
Well, you didn't tell me.
It is so good.
You did not tell me.
I love it, and you'll love it.
Okay,
So
I'll have to
get
go
on
back
it.
and find it.
I'd
All
give
right.
you my Paramount password, but like,
No, I have a free trial.
I'm using Rob's dad's. So
I have a free trial right now.
I better not.
Because I'm too cheap to pay the $5.99 a month. So I need to get more subscribers to my YouTube.
Yes,
to our YouTube
please
channel.
subscribe so we can afford Paramount Plus subscription.
Yes, please. That's $5.99 a month. Help us out. All right. Well, it was good chatting with everybody, and we will be back again with another episode of 2 Prostitution Whores.
Yeah.
On display.
Toodles.
On display. On display.
Each and every day, everybody's waiting for me to fall, but they can keep on waiting.
Bye-bye.
Bye.